What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to the preview for the big one, Man United versus Liverpool. I had to draw for Grizz on this one. Grizz, first time on United View, actually. Welcome, bro.
Thank you very much, man. It's an honor. It's an honor to be invited on this magnificent channel of yours, man. You're doing some great work out here, bro. Doing some great
Love
work out
that.
here.
Love that. I hope as people are watching this that the comments are going to be warm to you. You know what I mean? Because we're going to get into it today.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Grizz is one of the all right ones. You know what I mean? He's one of the all right Liverpool fans, you know?
yeah. You could say. Let's see. You know what? You could have waited because now you've got me all soft in it. You made me all
That's
soft.
true. We ain't got into the meat yet. We ain't got
You know
into
what I
it.
mean?
We ain't got into it. It will change. It will change very much so. But no, really good to have you on, man.
No,
We're
pleasure,
gonna
bro.
get into the
Pleasure.
preview for the game. Two crazy results for our teams midweek in the Champions League. 2 3-2s. Your team getting very lucky.
Well,
Do you know what? Do you know what? It like Klopp said, you got to win ugly. You know what I mean? I thought Atletico were really good when they came back into the game and unlucky not to get the pen. Could have been 3-3, one of them, innit?
they're a bad boy team. I mean, I don't know why people are surprised that we had a hard game. We struggled, but we won. Like, how many teams can go and win at Atletico Madrid? I know for a fact no one has beaten them in the Champions League for 4 years at their own
Solid.
ground. That's
Yeah.
a ridiculous record to have, and we've gone there. I know some people may in the comments say, "Oh, Chelsea beat them last season." No, they beat them in Romania in a neutral ground because of COVID with no crowd.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah,
to
it
go
was.
there,
Yeah.
yeah. So to go to their
Yeah.
ground and beat them and turn them over, regardless of how it happened. Don't get me wrong. I thought they were the better team for about half an hour. Like after we
Yeah.
took the 2-0 lead, they played some really good stuff. But it's amazing. Like both scores were 3-2 of our teams, right?
Madness. Absolute
But it's
madness, bro.
crazy the way it happened. Like, you guys like 2-0 down after like what, half time?
20 minutes or something like that. Yeah, half
You
time,
must
half
have been
time.
going mad, right?
Listen, I won't even repeat
You was there, wasn't you?
yeah, of course.
Yes, you was there.
Of course I was there. Yeah, crazy for us. Crazy for us on Wednesday night. However, a lot of us Man United fans have said, you know what? It would be very Manchester United like of this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer team to just do a madness against Liverpool. A lot of Man United fans are saying that, but a lot of Man United fans are also saying, do not let that comeback fool you. Liverpool are coming for the smoke, and we're gonna get pammed. Like it's split. It's split. How do you see this game now? When as a Liverpool fan watching that, how Man United are playing right now, that 2-0 deficit coming back, Ronaldo doing it last minute, you know. Do you look at that and think, oh, that's the last thing we needed going there? Or has it not changed your thing? Or do you still think, now, we'll beat us? How do you feel? How do you feel?
It hasn't changed one single thing. Regardless of whether you got smashed or whether you would have smashed them, it wouldn't have changed my perception. Man United are that kind of team. If I came in and watched the first 45 minutes, I could easily be that Liverpool fan and say, is this who we're playing Sunday? I just turned it off and just carried on watching Emmerdale Farm because there's more dangerous times at Emmerdale Farm right now, right? But then if I missed the first half and I only came in and saw the second half, I would have said, oh my God, world-class players turning up. Bruno took center stage. I mean, I know Ronaldo scored the winner, but Bruno just turned it on second half. You know what I mean? Rashford, you got Greenwood. The players are there. The talent is there. So it depends what Man United turn up. From my aspect, as I said, I don't care what position you're in, where you're in. When we meet, it's nervous. It's pure nerves. It's nervous. Neither of us want to lose. That's the first and foremost rule, I think.
No.
I'm sure you guys don't want to lose. I think you take a draw right now. I 100% think you take a point right now if it's offered to you.
If it was offered to me, yeah. But my own issue with that is I really feel like for us to start gaining some momentum, I know you can win, lose, or draw against Liverpool anytime. It's a very difficult game to be saying we better win. I get that, but you know what I mean? No one has, and the same for you.
You can't go to our grounds right?
Yeah,
Like we
I'd
can't come
say
to you, you
easy
can't come to
3.
us with divine right. Say, we're smashing you
No.
today.
So but my issue is that obviously as a United fan with what we've been going through recently, and for me to start seeing some form of turnaround, which I'm not completely convinced that I will
By
see, even if we beat you, our lad, I need to see a win. I need to see some, do you know what I mean? But I accept you can draw, as long as I actually think it will be a draw. I actually think
Do you
I've
know
got a
what?
feeling it
All
will be a
week,
draw.
right? All week, Liverpool fans gas up, and it's always the same. No, not always the same, because when you've been on top, you know what I mean. It's still awkward for you to beat us. And like
Yeah.
recently, we've been on top, yet we've only managed to beat you last season when there was no crowd. Before, there's
Yeah.
so many draws. Like someone told me a stat
Loads.
the other day. Last 10 games, you haven't beaten us in 10 games in the league, right?
Mad, innit?
But
That's
six of
ridiculous.
them have been in draws though. So all right, we've won 3, but 6 have been draws. That's a mad stat. And as I said, during the week, we can gas up and hype up, and I've been taking a mick and to and
Always
fro with you
happens.
and whatnot, right? Come the eve of the game, or come the morning of the game, or the afternoon of the game, I'll take a draw. Everything goes out the window. All that shit, right? All that hype about 3-1,
especially this early in the
3-0,
season.
4-0.
Just
I'll take a draw. Come out of Old Trafford unscathed. Like I don't want to take a loss to you guys, whatever happens.
No.
And you know what? As much as Klopp's the Don, and I love him to bits, that's one criticism of him, slight criticism, that when he goes to Everton as well, Goodison Park, we're much better team than them, right? And when we go to Old Trafford, even though we've been the better team in the last few years, we don't play our game. We've frozen a few times. Last season was different because you guys were on the up. We were on the low.
You had to win. You were hungry. Like it was like if you'd lost that, you would have been out of Champions League.
But Flex, we had Reece Williams and Phillips playing.
Yeah,
we went with a scratch team. But we went mad over there and scored 4 goals. But I think that's because you guys were cocky and confident and thought, let's take these on. That ain't happening tomorrow. All that 4-2-4 business. Nah. As Scholes said, you ain't bringing 4-2-4 against us. No chance. I'll be shocked. If you do, I think we're in for one of the best games in Europe this week.
Well, the worst thing about that 4-2-4 that we was playing at times is that I don't think that was on purpose. I don't think our formation was supposed to be that. It was just that the forwards were so high, it just left Scott McTominay and Fred by themselves. So they were like, right, all right, it's just a 4-2-4 then. Do you know what I mean? What I will say is I feel like it's going to be a high energy game, and my gut feeling it's going to be a draw. I'm going to predict that we win only because I'm getting gas and getting behind my team and really trying to. Do you know what I mean? I've got to believe it. And at Old Trafford, look, it's a big game, isn't it? The players, it doesn't matter. Form goes out the window. The players need no excuses.
People say that. People always say that, but it's true though. You guys will not accept Man United strolling around Sunday.
No,
you won't accept
they will be at it, and we're capable of running around like madness against you, pressing, just being on it, atmosphere, and then the next game against Spurs away, just kind of drop off and be like, it can happen. I know it's not exactly the same caliber of team, but look at Arsenal. Look what Arsenal did to Tottenham when they raised it. They played Burnley, then they played Norwich, and it was just they scraped through and got 2-1-0 wins. It wasn't great. Then they battered Spurs, high energy, high press, on it, biggest game of their season. Then against Brighton,
and then against they were dead again. Yeah.
And against Palace and Brighton, it's just dead again. So it's the biggest game of the season. The players need no encouragement. Ollie don't need to give no team talk to say, listen, guys, we need to do this. The man are going to be ready. Rashford's back. He's going to be running. I don't know what he's going to do with Pogba. I don't know what he's going to do with Pogba. Because McTominay and Fred are the legs. Do you know what I mean? They run around.
Yeah, but Fred got injured,
but
right?
Then Pogba played Fred played all right. McTominay not so much. And then Pogba come on and change the game. So does he go with Pogba and Fred for that game? I don't know. Ronaldo, obviously. Look, let's get into this. Let's get into the kind of the two teams, the individuals. Ronaldo, Salah. Salah in unbelievable form. The best player in the world right now, to be honest. How do you see those two? Are you scared of Ronaldo as a Liverpool fan? Or are you like, nah?
Any Liverpool fan that says no is just chatting.
Can you see me all right, Chris? You've gone a little bit blurry. Just quickly.
Yeah, I
your
can
internet
see
bit.
you.
I
Can
don't
you
know.
see me and hear me? Can you hear me and see me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're a little bit blurry. So we'll see how it comes out. Should
That's,
be all right, but that's
oh
fine.
man, sorry. There was you bigging up my camera beforehand.
Yeah, it was perfect. It's
Am I
just your
there?
internet connection. I don't know. It's just a connection. It's not your camera, but
Okay. Am I here?
yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah,
look,
you're there, but we have to roll with
anyone
it.
that says Ronaldo, not scared of Ronaldo, is just chatting. You cannot be serious. Like you can't be. He's a GOAT. He's one of the all-time greats, and he proved like yesterday night, wasn't it? Yeah, yesterday night. Like for me, he's one of the all-time great headers of the ball. I think that's
Proper.
one aspect that people don't talk about enough about him. He's probably the greatest in the year, and that was a sensational header. Mohamed Salah just scored 9 goals in a row, like 9 games in a row, and he's broken another record. Every week he breaks a new record for us. I think he's overtaken Drogba's goal record as the highest scoring African now as well. So every week he's breaking records, and I've run out of words and superlatives to talk about Salah, but there was the accusation that he hasn't scored against United away last season. Well, he smashed that as well.
Yeah, he did.
So every time
away,
there's an obstacle in front of him, he overcomes it, he hurdles it. But Ronaldo can never be ruled out. Like some people were saying, who does he drop? Well, that's the first name on the sheet, in my opinion. Like the first name on your team is Ronaldo, right? And then you see what you do after that. Because the guy's a great player. You can never.
And we spoke about it on 90 minutes, didn't we? We spoke about it like just.
You can never be calm. Like say, yeah, because he won't. He ain't got the legs anymore. He ain't got the energy anymore. He ain't gonna press around anymore. But if he gets that clutch moment, he's the king of the clutch moments. But
100%.
Surprisingly, and I've told you this as well, he's not the one I fear the most out of Eubans. He's really
Who
not.
is it?
If Rashford's injured, I'm telling you now, we're gonna win the game. But if Rashford's playing, I think he's a nemesis. Like he's Trent's nemesis as well. Like he's the only one that can run in behind and gives you that outlet. So I don't know what the situation is, Rashford. I know they said dead leg or something. I reckon,
but Ollie thinks he'll be all right. He thinks he'll be all right.
bit of massage, man, this day and age, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he'll be calm.
Ice bath and that, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? These people get it, man. And you as well. You get it as well. So you know what I mean? But this if Rashford's playing, then you lot could be a problem in attack. Without Rashford, it's Greenwood. I mean, that kid's a phenomenon, in my opinion. He's a phenomenon. You've got one of the best young players in world football. I know we love talking about foreign young players, Ansu Fati and Pedri and all these, man, even Haaland and whatever.
Vinicius and
Vinicius. We love talking these people up. We need to talk up Greenwood. Now, obviously not as a Liverpool fan. I don't want to talk him up. But you know me, I'm real, right? I'm going to say how it is.
Yeah, for real.
Greenwood is deadly, bro. You got a little gem on your hands. So 100%.
You know what I mean? I think every Man United fan agrees with you with that.
That attack is deadly, man. Greenwood, Ronaldo, and Rashford. It gives you a whole different outlook, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you know what? The whole different outlook actually, I can say, actually comes from Rashford, because Greenwood and Ronaldo have been playing the games, and this isn't to diss Jadon Sancho. It's not to diss Martial. It's not to diss Pogba if he's been out on the left a little bit, but for all of Marcus Rashford's frustrations that sometimes he brings certain fans in terms of running into players, maybe decision making not quite there. What you cannot question is how effective he is. And like I said, this is why Jadon Sancho on the left-hand side anyway, because I want to see him on the right, which is fine. But Sancho doesn't have it in his game. Martial doesn't have it in his game. Pogba definitely doesn't have it in his game as a left winger. The intensity to run in behind. It might look like Route 1. It might look like basic football. You look at all the top wingers, including yours or forwards. You look at Salah, you look at Mane, you look at Sterling, Mahrez, Son, even players like Harvey Barnes. And it doesn't matter what winger. The effective wingers are the wingers that run off the ball, out of possession. Make a right back, if you're a left winger, say, shit, he's running inside me along the line. What do I do? Shit, he's making me run back towards my own goal. The ball's coming over. I'm backpedaling. Shit, he's running at me with the ball. and relentless all game. Do you know what I'm saying? And because Rashford does that, that's why he's so effective. So I agree with you. I agree with you with the different dynamic that he gives us.
But you know, all them players that you mentioned, right, have the ability, and it's a great ability to turn a nothing ball into something.
Yes.
So you
yes.
know when the likes of our fullbacks, so even Robertson or Trent sometimes play. Obviously, Trent's like immense, elite.
Yeah.
I'll say it on your channel. I'll say it loud with
He's
my
elite.
chest.
He's elite.
Like
He's
Trent's elite.
He's elite.
But you know, like when fullbacks play those balls into an area, all those players that you mentioned turn them into dangerous balls.
Turn it around the corner just into an
just
area.
Turn it around the corner, blind pass.
Salah's going to run there, or Mane's going to run there, or Rashford's going to run there.
All those people, Rashford. How many times has Luke Shaw just played the ball, or even Harry Maguire just played the ball into that space, and Rashford's onto it like a flash.
Yeah,
and even
Lindelof
if he
does
doesn't
that ball over the top a lot as well to him.
Lindelof does it a lot. And another key component you've got now added to that is Bruno Fernandes, because I thought his assist the other night.
That ball around the corner is unbelievable. And you know what? I probably didn't. You know when you're taking in the context of the game, you're at the ground, you've got to give a review, and you haven't really had time to watch the replays. You're just going off what you kind of. I thought Bruno was playing really poorly, and I probably didn't articulate myself the best in my match review, having looked back on it. I said like he was dropping a 3 out of 10 until he came up with the goods in the second half, which obviously you get 2 assists and you have that much say over the game. He's trying things. He created like 8 chances I saw, clear-cut chances. So I think I was being a bit hypercritical just out of being vexed. And there was a lot of times where he had the ball, and even by his standards, couldn't make the right pass. Even the fans were getting onto him. Not onto him, but just, oh man, come on. But then that ball first time, even though I think it was an Atalanta player who gave him the ball, but vision outside the boot, round the defender, perfect weight. Rashford, go finish that, mate. Do you know what I mean? And there was 2 in the first half as well. The Rashford should have finished 2.
Do you know what? Because I was at the Watford game where we demolished them at the weekend, and I didn't appreciate Mohamed Salah's pass until I got home and watched it as well.
See, when you only see it once, you don't always see it like that, do you?
Thank you. So the angle I was sat in the away ground, I could just see him sort of. I thought he just passed it across to Mane,
like a basic pass,
easy pass. Exactly. So I thought, okay, it must be an all right pass. But when I went home and I see the curl and how distant he was from Mane,
and the weight of it.
You know, if we see Messi do that, or dare I say it, sort of, I don't know, a Ronaldinho do that back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, you think to yourself, wow, and it gets clipped up and goes viral. That Mo Salah assist, man, was sensational. But that's the kind of football he's playing. But I'm intrigued to see how he matches up against Shaw.
Do you think when Luke Shaw, talk to me about that matchup? Because Luke Shaw, I'll give you a quick United point of it. Luke Shaw has not been at the level that he was last year, which was unbelievable. Last season, he was unbelievable and took that form into the Euros as well. Unbelievable. Not to say he's playing shit. He's not awful and all over the place. He's just not at that level. But, look at the cross the other night for Ronaldo, goal. He still got it there. And now Rashford's back as well. That's who he's used to linking up with. But usually against Mo Salah, I don't think he played in the game. Did he play in the game when you lot won 4?
Yeah, so this is what I was going to say. So in the first game, he did. Because in the first game,
0-0 at Anfield, he done a business.
I've been Salah. He done a job on Salah.
Yeah, he did.
Proper had him in his pocket.
Yeah.
But then Mo got his revenge in the reserve
fixture,
the reverse fixture. So I'm intrigued to see how he matches up tomorrow. Because as you said, both of your fullbacks, in my opinion, haven't looked great. Like Wan-Bissaka's looked a bit leggy as well. I don't know what you think, but I think both of your fullbacks.
He's got a bit better. He's been okay in the last couple of games. He's been okay. He's been a bit of a not standout performance, but I would say he's been quite steady in the last few games. I will give him that. But just with him always, there's always a shaky side.
But let's not sleep on that encounter on the other side, Mane versus Wan-Bissaka, which is also 100%. A mouth-watering battle. So you got Shaw versus Salah, who are like Shaw proper pocketed him like last season. I remember that so vividly.
Yeah.
Like everything Salah tried, Shaw had it.
He was just on him. Yeah.
Like
on him.
I read you, like he was proper, like it was like a battle, and he's like talking to him throughout the game almost. Like whatever you do, I've got it under control. And Mane hasn't had the most success against Wan-Bissaka on the other side. Apart from the one where we won, where Shaqiri scored 2 goals, Mane had a storming game that game.
Did he come off the
I
bench
think
and score 2 as well?
Shaqiri came off the bench. Shaq came off the bench and scored
3-1.
3-1. But I think that's what I'm saying. There's battles all over the pitch, man. Like you spoke about Ronaldo. He's going to be up against Virgil van Dijk. How do we play him? I've just praised Ronaldo's prowess in the year.
Yeah.
But to beat Virgil van Dijk in the year, you got to be superhuman.
Yeah, and he is
it's a mad matchup.
Yeah,
and he is.
If the ball's good enough on the ground, I don't think Ronaldo, gets a foot race and gets in behind.
Not anymore.
That doesn't really happen. It's not really Ronaldo's style. However, quick half a yard in the box, give him a bit of space, cut in, shift, bang. Anything. Ronaldo can score with his feet. In and around.
And vice versa. How I talked about your fullbacks, our fullbacks will be having sleepless nights. Greenwood and Rashford are fucking handful, man. Like we can't rest on our laurels. Like we usually push up our fullbacks. They play like wingers. Are we going to play like that against Rashford and Greenwood?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Klopp's only got one way of playing, though, innit? I probably will.
This is my point. But he doesn't. When he goes to Old Trafford, he holds back a little bit and plays the midfield 3 in a line, as opposed to 1 DM and 2 8s.
Yeah, and 2 8s.
Fabinho.
Well, let's get into that. Let's get into the midfield grids, because midfield is obviously super important. We've touched on the fullbacks. We've touched on the Salah, Mane and the Rashford Greenwood situation. Midfield is where it's all at as well. Really what dictates the game. You win the midfield, you've got a good chance, or you dictate the midfield, you've got a good chance to win the game. How do you think Liverpool will set up? And then I'll go through what I think United will do.
Yeah, this is the biggest question on every Liverpool fan's lips this week.
Yeah.
We're kind of debating how we're going to set up in midfield. I think Thiago is a huge loss. Like Thiago ran that game last season at Old Trafford. He was pure dictating the pace and everything. But then Curtis Jones had a storming game last season as well. So I've got a sneaky feeling. Fabinho and Henderson are shoo-ins. Like 100% it will be Fabinho and Henderson. And then we got a choice of Keita, Jones, or Ox, realistically. I don't think Milner's going to be able to play a game. They're much of a muchness, Flex, man. I can't decide. I'm not bothered out of them because Naby will have a point to prove after being substituted at halftime. So he's going to be up for it. And Naby's always good when we got a lot of possession of the ball. And I think we're going to have a lot of possession of the ball.
Yeah, we'll go back to
that
counter,
But then again, on the counter, Naby's not the quickest. And as I said, if Naby's not able to cover Trent, then it's going to be another problem like Atletico caused us. So that's why I think Henderson's going to play on that side of Fabinho. And you know what? I think he's going to go with Curtis Jones. And the rest of the footballing world might think, out of all the players, he's going to pick a youngster to play.
No, he's good, though. He's good. He's good. He was doing it with Harvey Elliott early in the season.
Curtis Jones is a confident kid. He's a confident kid.
Some people say like he's a bit cocky, strutting, like he's made it, doing all this. But I look at him and see a player, like you said, he's confident on the ball. He's got ability and he wants to show it. He wants to express himself. He don't go hiding. Give me the ball and he makes that happen.
Yeah, again, Flex, when we speak about European players doing that, we love it. But when we see English players doing that, we instantly call them cocky and sort of arrogant, and he's got attitude problem. This kid's not got no attitude problem. Everyone calls him one of the best trainers about. He's a local kid, so he will know what Man United, Liverpool's all about.
100%.
He grew up hating you lot, you know what I mean? He knows it.
Yeah.
He'll probably know it more than Naby Keita, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like McTominay's local lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
He may not be the most talented, but he'll know what it's about tomorrow. If
100%.
anything, he's going to give 110% McTominay, right?
That's what I mean. They go up a gear. Them players get possessed in these kind of games. They're running around like Duracell bunnies.
That's the word.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Isn't it?
It's like, where was this? Like, where was this against
100%.
Everton?
The occasion happens, the crowd, but also the crowd act possessed because it's louder than it ever normally is.
100.
It's, the roar when they kick off is louder than normal. Every throw-ins in the first 10 minutes or the opposition having to hook it out for a corner or a throw gets cheered like a goal. Like it just, that depends how you start the game. Do you know what I mean? If Liverpool just settle into a stride and keep the ball and we're not getting near you, we get quiet. Same at Anfield. If we're knocking balls out and having to ride the first 10 minutes of wave, the crowd get up, and as an away team, you're always taught, ride the wave, try and keep the ball. If you have to keep knocking out a play to, get out of the siege for the first 10, 15 minutes, you do it, and then you build from there. But it depends.
I mean, as I said, exactly. Because if you carry on that last 15 minutes from Atlanta, if you carry on that last 15 minutes from Atlanta into this game, we're in for a horrible start.
Siege mentality.
But if we start like we started against Atletico, you could be in trouble. You know what I mean? So it's true. It's so finely balanced. I honestly do. Most people are saying, "Oh, Liverpool are favourites." I accept that. Yeah. I'm not going to come here and say we're not favourites. But as I said, when these two teams match off and the kick off, and it all depends on the referee as well. I don't want to bring up the referee situation, but how they've chosen a local boy, right? A local Manc to referee this game, Anthony Taylor. No, man, come on. You wouldn't like it if we had a Scouser in charge of the
Sure, yeah, Mike Dean.
Do you know, Mike Dean? You love how you mention Mike Dean always. But is it a new one on your payroll? Like Graham Poll used to be in it or something?
Mike Dean is a Scouser, don't he?
Who's that bald ref that always used to, the tall one? The tall bald ref, man, the famous one, man.
What's his name? That's gonna annoy me.
I know everyone's got memes of it.
Used to be a policeman.
Policeman, that's the one.
Howard
Webb. Like so many memes of him with Man United top every time.
Yeah, there was.
But again, you need a strong referee in these kind of situations because your crowd will be baying for blood. Like everything negative will be thrown out the window for this game. Like it's true though, isn't it? Any hype about Ole out and all this business and protest,
and it should be all forgotten about. It's Derby Day, or it's rival day.
Put everything aside.
And you need to put it in. I think with our midfield, I think it's going to be really interesting to see what Ole does, because default setting, it's McFred settings. It's McTominay and Fred.
But he got injured. Fred got injured.
Yeah, but did he?
Yeah, he went off, injured. Man. He went off.
Was he hobbling? He went off?
Yeah, he was hobbling.
I haven't seen too much about him definitely being a doubt, though.
Okay.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
I hope he isn't. I hope he plays.
Yeah, I bet you do. Default setting, I think Ole would want to be playing McTominay and Fred in this game. When we played against you at Anfield with that 0-0, it was a Pogba on the left. It was that game. And we actually played well in that game. Probably should have won the game with the chances we had in the end. But he will want to play McTominay and Fred. You look at that and say the energy, the passion, the desire. These are all adjectives he always uses to describe those two. And the record that he has with them is slightly probably better. But we want to see a more progressive style of football. However, when Paul Pogba come off the bench the other day against Atalanta, he upped the levels. He started being the cog. He started making things happen. So I asked people in the fan views after the game, I was like, so what are we saying here? Are we saying that because Rashford's back on the left, so Pogba ain't going to play out there? What are we saying? Paul Pogba's going to be the impact sub in midfield now? Is that what we're saying? And people were like, well, but you know what? As much as McTominay and Fred, we don't want them there. They're probably the best we got right now for the balance of the team. And some people are saying put Matic in there. He's the best defensive midfielder that we've got. Put him alongside Pogba. We saw that at Leicester, got ripped apart. It's a conundrum for Ole because he can't really get a tune out of any of them. But it's easier for him to go, at least those two cover a lot of ground.
Tried and tested.
So I think he wants to go McTominay and Fred again and Bruno.
I think so. I can't see it in any other way. My prediction was, and you're probably going to disagree. I don't know what your viewers are going to think. I've got a sneaky feeling he's going to play Pogba instead of Greenwood.
Nah, I can't because he can't put Pogba on the right. Impossible. That's impossible.
I just think he's going to.
Unless Rashford doesn't play, which is different. But if Rashford's fit, impossible Pogba can go on the right. I'll tell you that for free. Impossible.
I get what you're saying, not as a right winger per se. I just think he's good. I think you rested Paul Pogba for this game, I think he wants Paul Pogba in the big games.
No, he didn't. Nah, bro. I'll tell you what happened. Did you see the interview? Did you see the interview that Ole gave after the Leicester game?
No.
Right. This is what he said, quote, yeah? Obviously, he was rattled because we just got battered 4-2. And he said, we need to look at things, maybe do we need more legs in there? That's what he said. He said, do we need more legs in there? Instantly straight back to McTominay and Fred for Atalanta. Like, and Paul Pogba was interviewed. I don't know if you saw that. He said, there's something wrong. You know, we need to come
Yeah, I saw
together.
that.
We don't know what it is. Yeah. So it was, and then Ollie comes on straight after saying, maybe we need more legs. More legs means McTominay and Fred. So we all knew for the Atalanta game that Pogba would be dropped. Knew it, 100%. Back to McTominay and Fred. Then he comes in. But then these type of games against high energy Liverpool at home, McTominay and Fred all day. McTominay and Fred all day. I don't agree with it.
I'll have a friendly sportsman's bet with you. I'm telling you, Pogba will start Sunday.
Yeah, if he does start, it will 100% not be on the wing.
Yeah. I get that, but he'll put in the team.
Yeah, it's not impossible that he can start. It's not impossible that he can start in midfield. Maybe
that's what I'm saying.
Because I think Pogba and Fred. I'd say go for Pogba and Fred. I would do it. I would do it.
I swear to you, we'd love that. Like Liverpool fans, we'd love that.
Because you think Pogba's a liability and they can just run around him and.
Fred
had a good game against Atalanta, though. Fred had a good game.
I'm a McTominay fan, you know. I'm a McTominay fan, you know.
Right now, although it's slim pickings, I'll just give you a
little
your
Henderson
into the United fan. He can be in the future, maybe. But right now, and there's not much in it because we're playing shit, Fred just edges it as it stands. McTominay hasn't been great. I'll be honest. I know you're quite a fan of McTominay, but I'm just letting you know from watching all the games.
You guys watch, of course, you're watching more.
He's not doing the Scott thing right now. He's not. He's off the boil. But what I will agree with, though, if there's ever a game where Scott's going to turn up and do that, put the socks over the kneecaps, strut around, really, it's Liverpool at home, innit? And that's why war paint. And that's why I'm saying, as long as Fred's not injured, Ollie's playing McTominay and Fred. I'll be surprised. I'll be pleasantly surprised. Also, even though I don't know how it's going to go if he does, but I'll be pleasantly surprised if Pogba plays in there. But Greenwood definitely ain't getting dropped. And neither's Rashford if he's fit.
See, but this is it. But what does the future hold for your star boy then? Like, if
he's going to go, I think he's not even getting into the big games. Like, he's shoehorning to the left. He doesn't trust him in the middle unless they've got a big plan for a proper CDM and they re-sign Paul Pogba, which they're still trying to, and get that Declan Rice in or whoever and say, "Yo, Pogba, this is going to be your new partner. Go, we'll make it work now." But under Ollie, you know my thoughts. I just don't think that's going to happen, regardless of who we buy. That's just my thing. I don't think we'll, there's turning around bad form and getting us out of a rut by beating Atlanta, beating you. Technically, that's a little bit of momentum. That's 2 big wins. And then maybe beat Spurs. Could go beat Spurs, then City after that. Imagine he wins all of them. It'll be a great turnaround. But I would still have reservations of continuing that past Christmas, February, I still got reservations personally, in my opinion.
Because it's 4. How many years is it now? 3 years,
3 years
now. That's what.
So we've seen it before. We've seen the good runs. We've seen the bad runs. We've seen it all before.
You had a great record last season. Do you remember some unbeaten record, like away from home?
The away record went against Leicester like the other day. 30 games. It was 29, and it would have been 30 unbeaten away. We got the English record already because we already beat it, but still. That's what I mean. We've been on great runs. Doesn't really.
And you still can't see progression. Like, how can you be on that run? You're still like, still where you are, and getting the results you got. So, listen, man. You know me. I'm a massive Ole fan, man. The longer it stays there, man.
Oi,
you know what I mean? Hey, we're calm. We're calm.
Yeah, you won't be an Ole fan on this weekend. Because one thing I will say, whether, and this is even as a United fan, whether you think Ole's the right man or not, rival fans, you want him to stay the next 10 years or not. When his back's against the wall, and it looks like
proves it.
These results start flying out. At 2-0, when them players walked in at 2-0 down against Atalanta, I literally called into the show. I said, "It's over. It's done. It's done." You check my Instagram story; it's still up there. I said, "We're done. It's over. It's finished. Not just this game. I'm saying it's over. Everything's over." We'll come out. You know what I mean? So Liverpool home, you should be scared.
Yeah, look, I'm not scared. I'll never be scared, right? As long as and it's the same. Look, you know what? It's mad because it's the opposite of what you've just said. Like, with my manager in charge, I'll never be scared. As long as Jurgen Klopp's in charge of my team, I'll never be scared of going anywhere. How many men would have been getting scared of Atletico Madrid? Simeone was pumped up. They had 2 weeks rest. They were charged up, proper caged animals. I was not scared. check my tweets as well. Check my thing. I said, why are you Liverpool fans scared? Do you know how good we are? And that's how I feel. I'm nervous
Yeah.
because you've got world-class talent as well. Like we've got, like everyone talks about our front three. We just discussed your front three. It's mad, right?
Yeah.
We've got the upper hand in defense and in midfield, but then you've got a world-class keeper that me and you argued about. You know what I mean? Only last week we argued about.
Yeah.
So
And
you've
look
got
how
a
he's been playing. You
world-class.
see what I was saying about how David Hare's playing? At
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
moment?
saying. So
Yeah.
it's not. I wouldn't say scared, but I'm mad nervous. I'm mad nervous
Yeah.
about Sunday, and it's one of those ones where, you know, despite all the bravado, you take a fucking draw, man. Get out of there.
100%. All right. To finish off, Grizz, let's just finish it off quick. Prediction times. Let's just get into it, man. After all the talk now, after all the chat, and like you said, you've been honest about the range of emotions that you experience. What is your prediction?
If Rashford plays, 1-1. If Rashford's not playing, we're gonna win 2-1.
Okay, so
There
you're
you go.
predicting no matter what happens, you won't lose.
Nah, we ain't losing at Old Trafford, man. Come on.
Okay.
What are you saying?
I'm saying United come out swinging.
I know you're gonna give me heart and head. Two opinions.
No, because I don't think we'd lose the game either. My head's saying I reckon it'll cancel each other out, a draw. My head's saying that. But my heart and my overwhelming desire is like, in true Man United fashion, the chips are down. We need the win. I think we get the win. Rashi's back. 2-1 United. Ronaldo and Rashford to score.
Well, there you go, innit? I told you 2-1.
Because we ain't keeping clean sheet for shit. We ain't keeping clean sheet.
You know what I mean? Mad things have happened. People are expecting goals and excitement.
Yeah.
We've known, apart from last season, we've known to like these games to be damp squibs.
Yeah, 1-1 or 0-0. Yeah.
0-0, 1-1. So
not much in it. And that could easily happen. It could easily happen.
I'm looking forward
to it. But for the purposes of this, we got to get behind it, man. Football's back, fans are back. I mean, last time we played each other, there's no fans. I can't wait to get there. I can't wait for the atmosphere. And if we turn your phone off if it happens.
Nah. Listen. Wait. You know, in this game, you have to be able to take it. If 100%. You're gonna give it, you have to be able to take it. So I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you to do the same.
You've been coming for me out of the blue on Twitter with loads of things. That thing when we lost against Young Boys, that clip when I was it was you come for. I could wake up in the morning. I see Grizz. I thought, you prick. I
had to do it.
I had to come off Twitter the whole day. Then James Redmond was at it. I was like, oh mate.
Right, but this is what it's about. Our teams, but you know what? This is what our teams make us do, though, isn't it? They make us do this shit, man. It's mad, but
they do.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, big up, Grizz. Obviously not the best of luck, but big love for coming on the channel, man.
My pleasure, man. Anytime, bro.
Yeah. Let the people know where they can find you, your channel and your socials. Let them know, man. And the links in the video description below as well.
Yeah, man. I've just started off a little YouTube channel, man, and it's obviously it's predominantly Liverpool, but it's not only Liverpool. So I'm going to be talking about other things as well. So if you want to hear more of my ramblings on, man, just tell everyone to subscribe to Grizz Khan TV, man. I've just slowly started out, but you know what I mean. We all got to start somewhere, right? We all got to start
100%, man. And listen, again, you are a Liverpool fan, but you're all right. You're not bad, mate.
Yeah,
man.
Right. We had a good discussion. We had a good discussion on Monday, you know what I mean? And when people watch that, they'll realize, look, you know what I mean? We're fair. We're not these, we're not extremists of our own clubs, and we don't see anything else. You know what I mean? We know the game. We know the game.
We're football fans, man. We're football fans as well. You know what I'm saying? So, big love to Grizz. Make sure you check out his channel, Grizz Khan TV. The link is in the video description below. And the socials on Twitter, is that at Grizz?
Yeah, at Grizz Khan, man. At Grizz Khan.
At Grizz Khan. So hit him up on Twitter as well, man. Grizz, great to have you on. I'm sure we'll speak after the game anyway, bro. Thanks everyone for watching. Bro. Smash a like on the video. Speak soon. Peace.